Case file number 5664.1. Harvestmen. Transcribed from video recording. Interview of Jimmy Weeks. The following interview of Jimmy Weeks is transcribed from a video file labeled IRR5B, Camera A, dated January 19, 2018. Timestamp on the recording begins at 10 hours 11 minutes and 22 seconds. Note: Jimmy Weeks was previously released into the care of DSA personnel after his recovery from Goffs, California on January 11, 2018. Upon release, subject was malnourished, unresponsive, and incredibly sensitive to light. Muscles in legs and arms have been almost completely atrophied. Subject required straps to remain sitting. Physical therapy was assigned. The use of red lights for the purpose of this initial interview was approved at the discretion of Dr. Collier and DSA upper-level personnel. As per notes taken by Dr. Collier, subject was also sensitive to changes in temperature, claiming to feel cold in rooms elevated to temperatures in the upper 90s, as well as exhibiting many behaviors correspondent with mental ailments including, but not limited to, itching, particularly at/ near the poorly healed wounds on his arms, legs, and neck, muttering, and stuttering. Subject became more responsive on January 18, 2018, and an interview was then scheduled by Dr. Collier. The interview is being conducted by Dr. Nathan Collier, Psy.D, resident psychoanalyst, as well as Agent Angelica Weaver, MS, graduate specialist in psychiatric trauma and assistant PTSD therapist. Dr. Nathan Collier and Agent Weaver enter the room at 10 hours 19 minutes and 33 seconds. Dr. Nathan Collier: good morning. Go ahead and sit down, Ms. Weaver. Mr. Weeks: how are we feeling today? Jimmy Weeks: the lights I can't DNC, yes, I apologize for the red lights. They're mostly for us, so that we can still see and take notes. I understand if they're troubling to you. If you want we could. JW: no, it's fine. Don't go. Please. DNC: of course, we won't go anywhere. This young lady you haven't met yet. This is Angelica Weaver. She's going to be helping me today, is that all right? JW: yes. Agent Weaver: hi, Mr. Weeks. DNC: you know already, Mr. Weeks, I've noticed you're seeming a lot more cognizant than when we've spoken previously. Would you agree? JW: it comes and goes. Like awful black waves. DNC: well, let's just start out slow. Last time we met, I explained my job and what the goals of our meetings would be. Do you recall that conversation? JW: yes. You said you were here to help. DNC: that's correct. We're here to help you deal with this horrific thing that's happened to you. JW: horrific. DNC: try not to pick at those, Mr. Weeks. JW: sorry. DNC: don't be, but the doctors tell me it's not good. Do you remember how you got those wounds? The holes on your arms and legs? JW: I think so. It's just cloudy. DNC: no worries, Mr. Weeks. No worries. Do you prefer Mr. Weeks or would you prefer Jimmy? JW: no one's called me Jimmy in a long while. DNC: we'll stick with Jimmy, then. Sound good? JW: yes. DNC: good. Now, Jimmy, Ms. Weaver here is a student of mine. She's working on her doctorate, so she can learn to help people like you. Would you mind if she were to ask you some questions? JW: no. DNC: no, you don't mind or? JW: don't mind. DNC: okay, good. AW: Jimmy, I just want to start off really simple here. Can you tell me what your birth date is? JW: July the 7th. July 7th. That's my birthday. AW: can you remember the year? DNC, it's okay, don't worry if you can't. JW, I'm sorry. My mind is. DNC, completely normal. You've been through a lot lately. Give it time. AW, okay, can you tell me more about yourself? Where were you born? JW, New York. AW, did you live there your whole life, or? JW, no, I moved to California when I was 20. AW, good, good. What job did you have? JW, technical something. AW, engineer? JW, yes. AW, good, that's very good. Now, this is going to start getting a little more difficult, alright? You're going to relieve a lot of trauma. If at any point the stress gets too much, the anxiety starts building, you start feeling like you're trapped. JW, I feel cold. AW, if any of that gets too much, let us know. We can stop the sessions and regroup later. Okay? JW, okay, I think I can. I think I'm ready. AW, okay. Jimmy, I know your memory is feeling pretty scattered, right now, but what's the last thing you can remember? The last normal thing? Before everything went bad. JW, I went to Vegas. I went with friends, for my birthday. I was 27. 27th birthday. AW, good, do you remember the names of your friends? DNC, it's okay if you don't, we can continue. AW, right, what's the last thing about that night you remember? Anything specific? JW, there was a woman. Pretty woman. AW, do you remember her name? Did she give one? JW, no. AW, what happened with this woman? JW, she led me to a room. She kissed me. We were beautiful. Lips like cherries. DNC, are you okay, Jimmy? Are we good to continue? JW, yes, don't leave me. Not yet. DNC, we won't. What happened with the woman? JW, I was on a bed, on my back. She was on top of me, kissing and biting, and they were on the ceiling, behind her. AW, who was on the ceiling? JW, on the ceiling. Nightmares. Hissing nightmares. She bit harder. It went dark. AW, your vision went dark? JW, yes, I think they blindfolded me. Hypnotized. Evil eyes. DNC, hypnotized? JW, I felt weak. DNC, and they took you somewhere, is that correct? AW, where did they take you? JW, to the dark. It was so dark. DNC, could you tell if it was a cave? A building? Could you see anything? JW, no. There was rarely light. Smelled moist. Damp. They shoved. Stabbed me with these wires. Tubes. DNC, you mean where your wounds are? JW, tubes, with my blood. Carrying my blood. DNC, like a dialysis machine? JW, I think I felt always lightheaded. Everything got gray after that. I felt empty. AW, like you were being drained? JW, yes. Drained. Always drained. DNC, do you know why? JW, I could smell blood. Always blood, whenever they walked by. DNC, who walked by? JW, them. The ceiling crawlers. The Harvestmen. AW, Harvestmen? JW, I think that's what they said. Harvest. Milking. Milking cows. AW, did you ever see your captors? Aside from the hotel room. Do you know how many? JW, Many fed there. Fed. I could hear them. Slurping. Screams of others. DNC, others? JW, everyone they fed on. They fed on us. Ate us. For so long. I was bound from the ceiling. Let the blood flow. DNC, are you okay, Angelica? AW, I'm fine. I'm fine. Thank you, Dr. Collier. How many were down there with you, Jimmy? In the dark place. JW, I don't know how many they had. There were a lot of us. All drained. All fed. AW, what did they feed you? JW, meat, raw meat. Bloody meat. Few other things. Leaves. Raw eggs. AW, were you restrained the whole time? JW, yes. At least, I think so. This is crazy. AW, you're doing very well, Jimmy. Very well. I just have a few more questions for today, is that okay? JW, you don't believe me. AW, Jimmy? JW, yes, it's okay. AW, how did you get out? JW, let out. Tossed out. AW, by whom? JW, the woman. Same woman. Same red lips. My neck. Others didn't like her. Didn't like her biting me. DNC, the woman let you go? JW, no, Harvestmen. They left me. They threw me away. Trash. DNC, do you know? JW, I was in the desert. Dropped me in the sand. Moon was so bright. So bright. Burning stars. AW, our report says you were found inside a cave. Did you get there on your own? JW, woman came back, brought me there, before the sunrise. Told me to stay. People found me first. AW, you don't remember this woman's name? JW, no. AW, are you okay? JW, no, you don't believe me. You have no reason. I'm mad. I'm crazy. DNC, we believe you, Jimmy. We do. JW, no one would. No one's been through. DNC, show him your neck, Angelica. AW, are you? DNC, yes. Build that bridge. Angelica rolls down her collar at 10 hours 30 minutes and 18 seconds. Reveals a line of scars. JW, what happened? AW, I went into the wrong house. JW, accident? Fire? AW, worse. I was kept. Like you. Fed on. Like you. There was evil in that house. Evil I still can't explain. Not to you. Not to myself. Not to anyone. JW, like Harvestmen? AW, like Harvestmen. JW, how? AW, I went into some place I shouldn't have gone, to prove something didn't exist. I paid the price. JW, who let you out? AW, I was lucky. Friend got nervous when I didn't come out. She called the right people. I was saved. JW, good friend. Good. AW, not really, she was the reason I went in there. We don't talk much anymore. JW, good friend. AW, that's the first I've seen you smile. It's good. DNC, we believe you, Jimmy. That's all we do. We've all seen things you wouldn't believe. That's why we're here. To help people like you. We believe you. JW, didn't help. Didn't help in the dark. Only after you found me. After they left me. AW, there'll be more sessions, Jimmy. For better or for worse, your memory will improve. JW, for better? I don't want to remember. I don't want to remember at all. AW, if you remember more, the chances of us making sure this never happens again skyrocket. We were too late to help you, but we can still save so many more. JW, okay. I will remember. I remember it all. DNC, thank you, Jimmy. I had a few more questions before we go. Video transcript ends at 10 hours 35 minutes and 2 seconds. Video recording ends at timestamp 11 hours 3 minutes and 25 seconds. Excerpt from Personal Report, filed, January 20, 2018. Agent, Dr. Nathan Collier, Psy.D, resident psychologist. Subject, Jimmy Weeks. The testimony Mr. Weeks presented us was beneficial on numerous levels. We can finally fit some pieces together. I've done some research on Mr. Weeks' medical history, and I found something rather peculiar. Primary polycythemia. A body not only rich in red blood cells, but overflowing with them. I think that made him a target. It makes sense. We can extend our search parameters now. Now that we know what they're looking for, and now that we have a general vicinity for their area of operations, the Harvestmen won't elude us again. Excerpt from Personal Report, filed, January 21, 2018. Agent, Angelica Weaver, Assistant Psychologist, MS. Subject, Jimmy Weeks. I'm grateful for Dr. Collier. His leadership has been excellent, and I'm even more grateful for the department. They've given me a home. But Dr. Collier wants me to take this case on solo next time. I'm not sure if I'm ready. It's daunting. It's haunting. Because I see so much of myself in Jimmy Weeks. I see what could have been. I still see that kid strung up on the wall. The blood running down his sides. I thought I was over it. Maybe that's why this means so much to him, why I take it on alone. Unlike me, Mr. Weeks, Jimmy, had no one. He's going to have to adjust now, and who better to help him than me? Still, I'm not sure if I'm ready. Because although we're so very similar, in the traumas we've felt, Jimmy has lost a whole lot more than me. Personnel file, Jimmy Weeks designation, non-human handler, Agent Angelica Weaver. Birth date, July 7, 1947. Property of the DSA designation, top secret.